How's everyone doing today? Hello, everyone. I am so glad you guys could be with me today on this glorious day where the hits just keep coming for Meghan Markle nonstop. Boom, boom, the bullying reports are coming out from this side. Boom, the bullying reports are coming out from this side. Boom, she's just getting smacked from every single corner. And you know what? I'm not the type of person that usually revels in someone's misfortune or is proud or happy that something bad is happening to someone unless if they really deserved it. But Meghan Markle is a person that does deserve it with all of her actions and behaviors. The fact that she mocked the queen, the fact that she called the royal family racist. This woman has no friends around her, no family around her, nobody, like no long-term friends around her. And we are supposed to believe that everyone else is the problem and not her. Hello to everyone in stormy Florida. My thoughts and prayers go out to you guys. I hope you guys, I was watching the news reports last night and the storm surges. So I hope you all are okay out there. And yeah, I hope when that storm hits, it's not as bad as they say it is. So thoughts and prayers goes out to you guys, my dears. The Queen's Guard, Paula just said she's going through chemotherapy for cancer on her live with Toomey. Yeah, Paula's been going through this for a while now, but she swore me to secrecy. Yeah, she's been fighting this quietly and has been dealing with it behind the scenes. And then her mother passed away. A lot of things have been going on that people don't know about, but I'm surprised that she mentioned it. If she mentioned it, then yeah, yes, our Paula M. Yeah, she's been going through chemotherapy for a while now. Yeah. I think no, not for a while. Like I'm sure she'll tell you guys about it, but I wasn't she like her and I have been talking about it behind the scenes and she didn't want me to say anything and then her mother passed away and then all that drama which is still ongoing and won't go away is still going on. Like I feel bad for her. Like I'm just seeing just everything come down at her at once. Like this woman already has enough on her plate already. And yeah, it's radiation. Yeah. I mean, this is why like I don't like this arguing that's going on YouTube. I wish that like in a way I want like people because personally myself I've moved on from it. Like you guys see I've completely like I don't associate with it. I've said my piece and I've moved on and I just feel like others should do the same. Like people have exposed their personalities, they have shown who they are, but just some people just won't stop. And those are the people that you need to be angry at the ones who are keeping it going and that want to cause discord within the community. It's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, Paula has been going through this and she does have cancer. Yeah, you guys, like I've known about it. Obviously, I couldn't talk about it because I told her I wouldn't. And then when the evening that her mother passed, she texted me and she let me know. So I've been up to date on everything and just behind the scenes, right? We support each other behind the scenes and we come to you guys and put on a happy face and talk about Meghan and Harry. And yeah, I've always said when people show who they are the first time, believe them. Believe them 100% because that is who they truly are. I know some people don't like me and I'm not their cup of tea, and I understand. If you don't like me, then just move on. So yeah, my thoughts and prayers goes out to Paula. So if you guys see her, just throw some hearts in the chat for her. And yeah, like you guys never know what is going on in someone's life when yeah, that's why I try not to be mean to anyone except for Meghan Markle and Harry, but they deserve it. They deserve it. Let's be honest. I told Paula she needs to get some sage. She needs to sage out her entire house and get all the bad juju and bad vibes away around her. But yeah, she's a strong girl. You guys know Paula is very strong. She's resilient. She's kooky, but she's our Paula. We all love her. Yeah. She didn't want to, let's be honest, she didn't want to mention it because she didn't want people to like feel bad for her, or like, Paula's not that type, right? I totally get her. She's got the same character almost as I do. Whereas like when I'm going through something, I keep it to myself. Like I don't want to bother other people with my issues because we all know everyone's got problems these days. It's not easy these days. But let's talk about who's not having it easy, because I think that was the perfect segue right there. I think that the person who's not having it easy is our favorite demon duchess, Meghan Markle. You guys, you have no idea how delicious it has been watching all of these articles pop up about her bullying and how nasty she is and how evil she is. Meghan Markle, think about this. Meghan Markle has bullying accusations thrown at her on 3 different continents now. Australia is a separate continent, right? Yeah, Australia, and then the UK, which would be Europe, right? Okay, look, I'm showing off how stupid I am right now. And also North America. She's got multiple bullying allegations that have come out against her. Now, some people might say, Australia? What happened in Australia? Well, there was that tea throwing incident. There was the incident where Meghan threw tea at a staffer because she was annoyed at something, and that Charles had to pay her a little sum of, I think, $250,000 and had her sign an NDA and had to be quiet. There was a time where also when in Australia, Meghan Markle told Lady Cosgrove to F off also because Lady Cosgrove had to do the same thing the Queen had done and had to let Meghan Markle, know that, we don't talk to our staff like this. We don't treat them like this. Let me see if I can pull up this article here. Lady Cosgrove, Meghan Markle. So she was disrespectful. Yeah, the story was that she was very disrespectful. And when you look at the photos make sense when you've heard the stories about how her behavior was and how she was acting in Australia. You see the images and they make sense now. Meghan also disrespected them by not wearing one of their, what is it? I can't pronounce it. Is it Akubra hats or Akubra hats or oh God, I know someone in the chat will completely correct me here. But Harry and Meghan were given a set of hats, and I'll show you guys here. Meghan Markle. Here we go. I found it. So Meghan and Harry were presented with a hat and they refused to wear it. Here we go. Inside Admiralty House. Here we go. Let me show you guys this. Yoink, 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 yoink. I have so many things open here to show you here. The royal couple here, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, are pictured receiving Akubra hats from Australia's Governor General, Sir Peter Cosgrove, and his wife, Lady Cosgrove, on Tuesday morning. But the royal couple declined a chance to put the hats on while inside Admiralty House. Now, the reason why they claimed that they didn't want to put on the hats was because it was made with animal skin. Harry has worn these hats before. Meghan is wearing shoes at this event which are lined with calf skin. And what does she do? She disrespects and makes a fool out of herself in front of these important dignitaries. Like, you're going there to make relationships stronger. You're going there as a representative of the royal family, and you're just such an ass. And Meghan has done this. She's been disrespectful to the country's hosts in every single country they've been to. In Morocco, it is tradition for the host to serve the guests warm milk, fresh dates, and honey. It's as a symbol as like it's just what is done there. It's their culture, it's their tradition. And what did Meghan Markle do in Morocco? She fingered the dates. She asked if the milk was organic, and then after touching the stuff, she didn't even touch it. She didn't even taste it. She didn't even taste it at all. Just bad behavior all around. Yes, she was called repugnant by a reporter, and I have that clip in my X account here. I can always pull that up. But if you are constantly being called a bully, then there are good chances that you are a bully. The fact that Meghan was called a bully in Australia, she was called a bully during her wedding gown fitting at Givenchy, where she was terrible at. Look at this comment threw me off. I know, you guys, every night, every night. That's fine, Christine. Thank you. Take your time, my dear. Thank you. I was gonna say that if you're at when she was at Givenchy, okay, she was a bully to the staff. She threw scissors at the staff there at the tailors. This is what I will never understand, is that Meghan was misbehaving even before she married into the royal family, and yet she was still allowed and given all the privileges still. This is something that never, like, I will never understand why the royal family did that. Why? Because, oh, Meghan was going to claim you guys are racist. You're trying to tell me that a raggedy trollop of an actress who was never an A-lister, was never a real celebrity, was never anything special herself, had so much power that she threatened the entire British royal family with these stupid claims of racism, and they just bent over backwards for her? I don't understand this. This is something that I cannot get past for some odd reason. I cannot make sense of why the royal family would allow this to go on. Why? Just because she's going to call you guys and claim you're racist? Well, guess what? Now she's claimed you guys are racist on Oprah, and you're still giving in to her demands by allowing her children to have the prince and princess titles and for it to be updated on the royal family website. You are still backing them up by having a hyperlink to their personal shady website via the royal family website, which gets probably 1 billion views per year. That's a busy website with a lot of traffic. The thing that blows my mind here, my friends, is that the Hollywood Reporter did what no royal reporter had the balls to do, nor anyone in the royal family had the balls to do. And when I sit back and I think about this, I really feel bad for the victims that were working inside the palace who had to deal with Meghan Markle. It just makes me feel even worse. Like, your employers, the royal family, who we're supposed to think are so high and mighty, couldn't deal with this, and the Hollywood Reporter is doing what the royal family should have done. I feel like I don't know, man. Like, I can't wrap this. Doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? Why is it that there were claims that Meghan was caught taking photos of the Wales children and taking photos in private areas of the palace, and she was stuck on a plane and sent right back to Toronto? So if a person has already shown you they're that much of a snake, why would you allow this snake to come back into your family? This is what I can never, I can't wrap my head around why the royal family would allow this. They do come off as very weak. Tracy says the victim should get an attorney, sue her, give a copy of the lawsuit to CNN so the world can see it. I honestly feel bad for those victims because it's like Meghan Markle, who claims that everyone deserves a voice and all women's voices should be heard. Well, you bullied a lot of women and you've shut down their voices. You've snuffed out their voices. You've made them silent. I just can't wrap my head around if this raggedy wench showed you that she was nothing but a troublemaker from the beginning. Why give into her and give her such a massive wedding that clearly she didn't deserve? I will never understand why the royal family allowed this. So finally, American media is doing what the royal family and royal reporters or UK media should have done, and they didn't. So my hat goes off to Mayor Roshan and the Hollywood Reporter for finally kicking this off, for finally having the balls to say, you know what? This is enough. This biatch can't go through life treating people like shit all the time. And now that the Hollywood Reporter has thrown their, it's like they broke the dam. Now that they put out a story, the stories aren't stopping. There's the latest one that I'm sure many of you guys have seen where the Daily Beast came out right after Meghan put out some BS, absolute garbage reply from her old COO who no longer works for her, claiming that, oh, she's kind and the happiness happens behind closed doors. Yeah, okay, sure. The issue with Meghan and the problem with her is that she needs to always feel to have the last word. She always needs to have the final say, and she really digs her own grave and makes it worse for herself. Like, just shut up. You think the royal family has a hand in these articles? I don't think so. To be honest, in my opinion, I don't think so at all. Because if the royal family had a hand in some articles, they would have done it by now, and they haven't. If anything, they've protected her. They have continued to protect her. I know Meghan likes to claim that the royal family never protected her, but look, you are so protected. The fact that they didn't let all these bullying allegations to come out against you, the fact that they locked the bullying report under and no one can see it. This is happening because you cannot go back to the States and think just because you're a duchess, you can treat people like garbage. It doesn't happen. You can't be a bully like that. And she's being called out on it. When Piers Morgan did this, she had a little bit of sway because Piers Morgan was in the UK. But when Meghan Markle tried to get Mayor Roshan, Piers Morgan, that's when she screwed up. When she went after him and she tried to have him removed from his job, girl, you seriously effed up there. You screwed up. And yes, what's new? Hollywood has sent her a very clear message that none of them F with her. They don't want Meghan Markle. They don't care about Meghan Markle because Meghan doesn't understand that everyone in Hollywood who has gotten to where they are, they have worked. They have put in their hours. They have put in the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into becoming an A-list. And, you know, with a couple pinglings thrown on the side that you have to maybe wrap your lips around to get to the top. But, oh well. But Meghan never wants to put in the work. That's the thing. Meghan is lazy. She thinks she's entitled to this. The fact that she married Harry and thought that she could just prance back into the United States and as Duchess, she would have people throwing scripts at her and A-list producers would be working with her. No, you got to start at the bottom and prove yourself. And that's the problem that Meghan never had to prove herself to the royal family, and she was given everything like vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. She was known as a senior royal, despite that she wasn't a senior royal. She would call herself a senior working royal. You're not. You're not on the same level as William and Catherine. The fact that the royal family didn't slap that down from the beginning made her feel like she could do anything. And she messed around with the wrong people in the States, where now all of this is coming out. So the Daily Beast said that Meghan's staff have reopened a can of worms about her management styles after they praised her as the best boss ever in the US media. So Meghan Markle was a demon who had psycho moments as a boss, people who worked for her have told the Daily Beast. The former employee spoke out after carefully curated crop of former and current staffers said she was the best boss ever. So Meghan Markle, when the THR report came out, went and bullied her previous and current coworkers to make statements about her not being a bully. Make it make sense, please. And yes, Council Estate Ranch, this is the Streisand effect. It definitely is, because the Hollywood Reporter is read mainly in Hollywood, in LA, in like that little area of the world. But the fact that Meghan Markle went to Us Weekly, which is on every single newsstand everywhere around the world, this idiot made it worse for herself. So yes, 100% the Streisand effect. Had she ignored the Hollywood Reporter article, she would have, it would have like just rolled over, because news on the internet moves fast, right? Within 24, 48 hours, something new comes out and it's forgotten. But she made it worse for herself by going to Us Weekly and having it put into their magazine, their tabloids. First of all, I thought she said there were no tabloids in America. Now it's on every single newsstand, which leads people to look at it and be like, well, why is Meghan saying this? Why is she responding to these bullying reports? Like, what happened? So it makes people go back and look for the Hollywood Reporter article. Yes, Council Estate Lorange, you're right. She has to have the last word. Yeah. And the fact that she has to have the last word all the time is her downfall. Just shut up. How about that? Just be quiet. And this will roll over and new news will come out. They won the former employees who spoke out after a carefully curated crop of former and current staffers who claimed that she was the best boss ever, who gives her staff bundles of freshly cut flowers, home-produced eggs, and makes her staff feel like seeds being watered. No, Meghan, you know what your staff want? They want to be paid on time. That's what they want. They want to go to a job where they're not being abused, and they want to get paid for their work. They don't care about your stupid flowers, your eggs. But do you notice that all of these staffers who came out to protect Meghan and claim that, oh no, she's so great, you know what was missing the whole time? Not one mentioned anything about the phantom hostage children. You notice that? Not one mentioned anything about Meghan being a great mother and being so attentive to her children, and nothing. Says a lot, doesn't it? Thank you, Stephen. But Meghan is always showing up and doing good. I know. Thank you, my darling. That is such a load of crap, watering seeds, WTF. You know what it reminds me of? If you guys remember during the whole archetypes nonsense, I remember I reviewed all of the garbage episodes. So I remember on the very last episode when she closed off her entire series, she gave a stupid monologue. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. she closed it out by saying, by obviously making a dig at the royal family. So she closed it off with a quote by the Greek poet Dinos Christianopoulos. And the God, it's so dumb. Basically, she I can't even say it because it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Okay, let me read it to you guys. She said, "Many moons ago, I heard a quote that I will share with you today because as we talk about labels, tropes, and boxes that some may try to squeeze you into, and roles and stereotypes that are attributed to you that don't quite fit the full person that you are, and this quote, oh no, hold on, I lost it. And this quote that I wanted to leave you with. To that point, my friend, keep growing. No, where is it? Oh, where's the quote? Sorry, I totally fudged it up. Sorry, shoes came up on my screen and I got messed up. Her quote was, and what didn't you do to bury me, but you forgot that I was a seed. So the quote was, "What didn't you do to bury me, but you forgot that I was a seed?" Like, shut the hell up. What are you talking about? You're a seed. This woman is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Hi, Monster. Hi, Monster. Hold on, you guys. Monster has just crawled on over to me. You want to sit beside me, little man? Hello. 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 We're talking about Meghan Markle and her bullying behavior. So I hope you don't start growling. What do you think? No, you good? He's good. He's good. Yeah, that was her closing sentence. It was basically a threat to the royal family, just like how she threatened the queen. I mean, a week before the queen passed away in the Cut article. This is Meghan. That's who she is. This is why I also said this is why Meghan always has to pretend that she is someone else, that she doesn't have a personality of her own, because this is what Meghan is. She's the spoiled brat who thinks she's entitled to everything and is a complete bitch. Meghan is a weed, not a seed. What are you licking? Can you guys hear this little gremlin licking? Listen to him. Monster smelling the computer. You can never get rid of a weed. You can get rid of a weed if you use that weed killer stuff and you just squirt it right into it. But then not only that, so the Daily Beast came out with that, right? And then we had there was another one that came out. Let me block this. Let me find it. There was another article that came out, and I think I just accidentally closed it, but it was more about Meghan Markle's bullying. Monster, stop licking. Oh dear, there's always something funny going on during my live streams, isn't there? Weed, seed, yeah. Roundup, yeah, that was the stuff. That was the stuff. She's a shapeshifter. But let me show you guys a couple of these things. Like, the hits are just coming for Meghan. I don't feel bad for her. And the reason why I don't feel bad for her at all is because we watched you bully the queen. We watched you as you gave dirty looks to Princess Charlotte on your wedding day to the dimwit Duke. We've watched as you have given Catherine the creepiest stares. Like, look at this one that I pointed out on my X page. This was while Catherine is saying hello to people and shaking hands with the public. You get Meghan Markle staring at her in the distance. How creepy is this? Have we ever seen Catherine look at anyone in this manner? Nope, not at all. Not at all. We've never seen Catherine behave in this way. This is so creepy. And could you imagine having someone like this around you for the amount of time? For the amount of time that Meghan Markle was in the royal family. Yeah, Catherine was pregnant here with Louis at the time too. Could you imagine having this evil creature around you constantly just staring at you? There were more examples here. Like, look at this right here. This was at another one where you see her staring at Catherine. Like, look at that hate. Look at the venom and her teeth. Yikes. That same event, I posted this. I know everyone's looking at something, but Markle is staring right at Catherine. And this is the kind of stare that you can feel it. Like, you can feel it and you just look ahead. You're trying to tell me that Catherine couldn't see that this psycho broad was staring at her through her peripherals? If a person continuously shows you who they are when they have these kinds of mask slips, how does Harry not see his wife's glaring at Catherine? I don't understand. How does, like, well, because he's an ass too. He wants to be William. He definitely thinks that he deserves everything that William has had in his life. This woman is a creepazoid, complete creep. But let me show you what else I want to show you. I have one right here. I made this comparison since I know you guys love this one that I put up not too long ago. Here we go. Same eyes and same everything. They both look crazy. They both are crazy. Absolutely nuts. But I'm just so glad the Hollywood Reporter did what the royal family couldn't do for their own staff. And that kind of, like, when I think about it, like, that really makes me upset. It really makes me upset for the staff who probably felt like nobody had their back at the time. Or am I just overthinking it? Because I just try and put myself in their shoes. I just think that if I was working for a family like the royal family and they just allowed this charlatan to come in and start, like, beating up on everyone, start being rude and aggressive, screaming and yelling. Harry told us that there wasn't a day that the staff weren't slumped over the table in tears. They told us. They told us that William didn't like the way the staff were being treated. Jason Knopf even said that Meghan always had someone in her sights. And yet we still, like, still giving her a pass. The royal family still gave in to her, allowed her to do whatever she wanted to. And technically, she is still doing whatever she's wanted to do because she's still using the titles. She's still pretending like she's a royal member. She's still listed on the royal family website despite not being a working royal. What has Meghan Markle done for the royal family? What has Meghan Markle done for the people of Sussex to even have the title Duchess of Sussex? Meghan Markle has always been a fraud. She told us she's a fraud. She laughed about it. And the fact that this even went on. This even went on where you can, like, what is this? You can totally see that that is a cushion right here. Meghan Markle lied and fraudulently got 2 children within the line of succession, one being American born. Who's ever heard of an American born child who's never been seen by anyone in the world or the British royal family, or was witnessed during birth to see that it is a child legitimately from Meghan Markle's body, which it was not? It's, I can't wrap my head around this. I will never understand. Exactly, Kitty. Like, I will never understand why the royal family just goes along with this and why they have continued to go along with this. It's just such blatant, like, disrespect in the faces of people who love the royal family. This, like, you're trying to tell me this is a pregnant woman? This is not a pregnant woman. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm surprised that this even got that far. Look at this. What? Oh, I never seen the bottom of a pregnant belly squish down like this. Have you guys ever seen that? Have you ever seen it before? Nobody wants to see why the royal family is complicit. I think nobody wants to accept the truth, and it's easier to lie to ourselves and say, "Oh, the royal family didn't know." Well, they did. They did know what was going on. And they are complicit because they still allowed Harry to go and present a doll to the world and expected us to believe that that was a newborn baby being held in his arms. I don't care what anyone says. You guys all know that I have always pushed this whole topic ever since Ashley brought it up, ever since Yankee Wally brought it up. I feel like I've kept their torch burning about this topic because I feel like I'm the only YouTuber who's really kept banging on about it. I'm the only one who really like posts about it on Twitter. I know people are like, "Oh my god, don't touch that subject with a 10-foot pole." It has to do with the line of succession. I don't care about Harry and Meghan's phantom hostage children. I care about the validity and the truthfulness of the line of succession. Because, hey, if you're putting anyone into the line of succession and throwing out titles, you might as well add my little one into there and make him a prince and get him a whole bunch of like bonus and like set his life up for easy. I don't think that I'm being mean by asking questions that I deserve an answer to. Okay, let me word it this way. I think I have a right to know why or the legitimacy of Prince Archofficial and Princess Invisibet because I am a person who lives and have always lived in a Commonwealth country. I've always had the queen on my money. Well, now Charles and his big ass ears, but whatever. I think I deserve to know the answer to that as a person who has always lived in a Commonwealth country and has always supported the royal family. I think I deserve that. And I think anyone who lives in a Commonwealth country deserves that answer. Why did Meghan Markle, why was she allowed to pretend like she was pregnant? We know she wasn't pregnant. And I'm saying it as it is. Meghan Markle was never pregnant with Archofficial. I know people want to claim, "Oh, well, she was pregnant, but she used padding." No, she wasn't pregnant at all with Archofficial. And if Meghan thinks that I'm wrong about it, I dare her. Come after me and sue me. Yes, I was demonetized for reporting the truth. Yes, I was. We all deserve an explanation and why this gong show is being allowed to continue. We need to know why. Why is this raggedy trollop allowed to come into the royal family, lie, cheat, and basically steal to get what she wants, trashes the royal family, treats people like garbage, and we all just have to sit back and watch and just accept it? No, it doesn't work like that. Sorry. I mean, look at how it squishes. Look at right there. Completely squished down. Look at this. Look at that. What? I've never seen my bum squish down like that ever. I'm glad that the Hollywood Reporter finally broke the dam. They broke the dam. They were the ones who have kicked this off, and finally other I expect this to get worse for Meghan. I expect this to get a lot worse because Meghan cannot shut the hell up. If she could shut up, this would go away a lot quicker. But the fact that she keeps responding, well, she just she just she can't help herself, can she? She cannot help herself. Let me show you a couple more examples of Meghan being a rude bully, no manners. How about this? This is one that really, yeah. So this was when her one and only outing with the Queen gave her so many chances. And right here, I think the gentleman here is like talking to her to keep her back. And then you see the Queen's staff come and tell her like what she needs to do. And you'll see Meghan will say, yeah, I know. See? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Like they're trying to tell you how you're supposed to behave and what protocol is. You don't go in front of the Queen. She's receiving her flowers from the public. You stand back. Even I know this, and I'm not even a royal member. Yeah, they told her what to do, and still she just barges ahead. Oh, let me take these flowers. That woman didn't want to hand those flowers to you. You see how Meghan just goes, reaches out, and grabs it from her. They weren't for you. This has always been Meghan. This has always been her. Show the video where she turned her back on Ask It. Yeah, I have that. Let me pull it up here. But I'm glad, let me just say, I'm glad that the Hollywood Reporter basically broke the dam. And now every single media outlet is coming out with the stories about how much of a tyrant Meghan Markle was, how mean she was, how rude she was. People deserve, as Meghan says, you deserve to have a voice, and your voice needs to be heard. So let those voices be heard. Let these people who are bullied by you be heard. Let them come out and talk about the miserable bitch you were and how psychotic you were. There's a reason why I call Meghan Meg Jong-un. And time again, she continues to prove me right. Let me just show this clip here because Meghan should have really, like, once she told us who she was the first time, we should have believed her. Everyone should have believed her. Listen to her here.
First job was that got you your SAG card. I'm always curious what kind of made you legit. If you guys don't know, the SAG card's the actors union card.
Yeah, I was Taft-Hartley'd, which is I like pretended that I was union, and you have to. It was a pilot called Century City with Hector Elizondo and Johan Griffith, and I got there and they were like, "So you're union?" I'm like, "Of course I'm union. Yeah, absolutely I'm union." And then I wasn't. And casting, to this day, those casting directors will never hire me. They never. I can't even remember what their names were.
They will never hire me because you lied to them. And then she tries to throw a dig by saying, I can't even remember what their names were. Like she's someone better. This greasy-haired, raggedy trollop is sitting on stage telling a story about how she lied and defrauded people. And she's like, I don't understand. I don't know their names. I don't know why they don't like me. You couldn't wash your hair before this panel, Meghan.
Never. I can't even remember what their names were.
You told them you were.
I told them I was union, and then they had to Taft-Hartley me, which really is just like them sending one piece of paperwork to the union, but it makes you.
You're the Mike Ross of.
I was such a fraud.
I don't know what's funny about this story, but what I've always wondered is this story complete BS? Because remember, her father was the one who got her the role in General Hospital, which got her into the actors union because you needed a small role. So I've always wondered about this story. Is this something complete bullshit that she just made up on the spot? I don't get it. Because It was her father who got her into the union. I got to look more into this because I think this is complete nonsense. I don't know. I don't believe this story. Well, I don't believe anything that comes out of Meghan Markle's mouth. If Meghan Markle told me that the sky was blue, I'd go out and check myself. Oh, Paula's here. Is she in here? Oh, hi, Paula. Love you too, girl. Love you too, girl. Yeah, she'll never forget their names. She knows their names. She's just thrown a dig like she's too cool for them, like she doesn't know them. But this is who Meghan is. She's a bully. And to be honest, guys, I am so grateful to the Hollywood Reporter for busting the dam open. And now all of these stories are now rushing out. And knowing Meghan Markle, she won't be able to control herself. So this will be made even worse. All like this entire situation could have been handled and it would have been done. It would have been done with. But the fact that she had to get some staffers, bully them into making comments about her, well, it just proves everyone correct. You're proving everyone's point to be right, that you are a bully. And let me show you this one too. This is from the same day when she was out with the Queen, when she cut in front of the Queen. So Meghan was trying to go around the car because on the other side, that's where all the cameras were, right? So usually what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to wait for the Queen to get in. You're supposed to wait patiently behind the elderly person to get into the car first, and then you follow behind them. But this low class, no manners having, I don't even know what to call her anymore. Wench, scallywag, trollop. She has to start rushing to get to the other side. She wants the photos of her to be taken by the camera. She sees the camera. She's like, oh, they need to take pictures of me. They need to take pictures of me. But look at how she behaves here. They literally told her the Queen goes in first. Oh, shoot. I accidentally closed it. That's so annoying. They told her the Queen goes in first. And then she asks the Queen, what would you prefer? And then she looks back at the staff like she did this to make the Queen's staff look incompetent. That's what Meghan was doing. She did this to make it seem like the staff weren't helping her and telling her what to do, when we can see that they were trying their best and their hardest to keep her in line. He's like, just get in the freaking car already. Poor Majesty, man. I feel bad for her. I feel so bad for her. I can't believe that she had to entertain this skankola. This raggedy trollop from LA who never made it in her life without someone helping her. And this woman calls herself a global role model for women and girls. Highly, I would never want her as a role model for anyone. But this moment, let's be honest, this moment is what ruined Meghan Markle completely. Meghan Markle doing this on Netflix is what has completely ruined her.
I remember we're in the car and driving up, and he said, you know how to curtsy, right? And I just thought it was a joke. Like, I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
You wanker. You absolute disgusting foul trollop. I can't believe that she thought that that would be cute and endearing. It just goes to show you her IQ level is not that high. There's nothing cute about like, oh, I had to curtsy. I just thought that was a joke. But yet you forced Colombian school children who have no clue about the monarchy or royals to curtsy to you. Yikes. Yikes. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. But like I said, guys, I am so glad that these allegations of Meghan being a bully are now hitting stateside because you know what? American media doesn't give a flying F what that Meghan Markle is a duchess. They don't give a flying F who she is. They're going to bring all her skeletons out, and I hope they do. And you know what? A part of me, show the Harry clip. Which Harry clip? Show the Harry clip. Which Harry clip? Which one? I have so many Harry clips, I don't know which one. You weren't talking about Harry and his bum, huh? Not this one. I don't want to traumatize everyone about this. Look at this. That's too funny. The hairy one. I'm trying to figure out which one's the hairy one. The clip of Meghan's hairy toes. Ew! I don't want everyone to throw up. I sent to you by WhatsApp. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. So I got to send it to myself here. Give me a second. Let's see what Paula sent me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, about Africa. Yes. Okay. Didn't you put that up on your, you put that up on your X account? Here, I'll pull it up via X. Here. Here, I know what. So Harry being in New York is what Paula's talking about. So he was in New York and they were screaming about him, about the African parks brutality. And he was just running through the hallway like he couldn't get away from it as far as he could.
Prince Harry, how are you enjoying your visit?
Africa, please, one word.
Harry, how are you enjoying your visit? You enjoying your visit?
Africa, please, one word. You wait too long there. Can you speak about it? Please, your visit to the
Turn around so we get a shot.
What a dumbass. Oh dear, what a wanker. Oh dear. Look, this is just shit hitting the fan finally. And to be honest, I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad that this is happening to Meghan, and I'm happy that it's happening stateside because what is she going to do? Is she going to run to the royal family and ask them to protect her? No. Protect yourself, Meghan. Have fun. We're going to watch this shit show as it continues on, and I'm going to keep coming here and ripping you a new one as it goes on because you just can't keep your mouth shut. That's the issue. Meghan Markle cannot keep her mouth shut, which is why this continues to roll on. And like I said, she is her own worst enemy. I'm glad that there are staffers who are speaking out, but still my heart goes out to the staffers who had to deal with Meghan while working in the palace. I feel bad for them because I feel like they were victimized over and over again, especially with Meghan going on Oprah and lying and all the constant nonsense. I just feel like they should be able to speak out and tell their story too. But I feel like I'm just so glad that Meghan's bad behavior is finally being exposed because she showed us over and over again who she is. And Meghan Markle is a terrible human being. She's not a compassionate individual. She only cares about herself. She thinks she's smart and she's not. She thinks she's good looking, but she's not. She has a black soul. Her heart is black. Everything about her is black. She's just one massive dark cloud, and we need to keep talking about it. I know I ramble on about Meghan's faux pregnancy and her moon bumps and everything, but like I said, we deserve to know the truth, especially as a Commonwealth resident. I deserve to know the truth about the validity of those children within the line of succession. I have every right to know. And so does everyone else who lives in a Commonwealth country or in the UK, is a UK tax-paying member. Everyone deserves to know the truth. And the Hollywood Reporter did what royal reporters and, like I said, the royal family couldn't. And it's a shame that they couldn't. But anyways, guys, I'm going to keep an eye out on these constant bullying reports coming out, and I'm going to keep reporting on them because the news needs to get out. And I'd like to thank Meghan Markle for actually sending the news out far and wide by responding to it in Us Weekly. Hats off to you, girl, for making your situation even worse when it could have just been confined to just social media and the LA Hollywood area. The issue is that Meghan Markle doesn't seem to understand that in the real world, nobody cares about what is going on Twitter. And that's the issue with Meghan. She's so obsessed with Twitter that she thinks it's the real world. You go out into the real world and deal with day-to-day things, nobody's talking about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Let's be honest. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I've got a couple errands to run, and we're going to keep we're going to stay on top of this topic because we need to keep digging into it. We need to keep having it at the forefront. And hopefully with the whole bullying thing coming up, I feel like the pregnancy thing should come out, but in a way I know it won't because the royal family is going to look horrendous if it does come out. Maybe it'll come out when Charles has passed. Who knows? But oh, Council Estate says, did your boy enjoy the soup? Yes. Yes, he did. Thank you. I made sure I wasn't cooking this time during the live. But yeah, he did. Thanks, Council Estate Ranch. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are so awesome. I love having these lives with you guys. I love seeing you guys in the chat. Thank you to you guys who sent these little super chats and super stickers. Make sure you like the video on the way out because that's really the best way to support the video and to support the videos getting traction so then I can use the money for Monster's new operation. Anyways, my lovelies, I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will catch you in the next one. And yeah, hats off to the Hollywood Reporter, man. Like, I am so glad that they have kicked the hornet's nest and all of this nonsense about bullying has come out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.